Cornucopias is a cutting-edge open-world MMO set in a world where humanity has ascended from the Earth's surface and created a breathtaking new world in the sky. This fantastical realm is a system of floating islands carved from the land we once called home, now encased in radically advanced dome-shaped structures suspended high above the clouds. Each one is a futuristic marvel with its own unique environment, identity, and thriving communities. It is within these domes the epic journey begins. Here, players take control of their own personal avatar, which gives them the freedom to choose their destiny. Be immersed in vast landscapes, explore vibrant settlements, and engage in a myriad of activities such as crafting, commerce, combat, racing, and more. Welcome to a world where the sky is no longer the limit.
Hey everybody, welcome to Copi Cafe, episode 104. We're glad to be here today. You've got Rob, Greg, and Josh Jones here hosting a show. We've got some fun stuff up ahead. We're going to do a Runaround Solace. We're going to talk about some community images and community participation, a little bit on the sale and the track that we're working on, and a little bit of a general update. And then we've got questions and a leak. So let's just go ahead and kick it off. Rob, what are you drinking?
So today I have a nice cup of Yorkshire tea. What are you drinking?
Sounds delightful. Yorkshire tea. You did introduce me to that, and I have some at my home. I have a Wavefinder. It's a non-alcoholic brew made by a Portland company.
I wonder if you can get that on our devicing game, a little Wavefinder.
A Wavefinder? Yeah, for the future when we've got kayaks and cheers.
You'll find people that are waving.
All right, so let's go ahead and kick it off. We've got the talk and the community guild images. Do you want to bring those up, or no? Leave them alone.
We'll do that after the thing.
Okay, so let's go ahead and bring up the Runaround Solace first. So we'll do our Runaround Solace 2, and then we'll get into the rest of the topics.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hello there.
Hey.
Oh, you got a new avatar.
Yeah, I figured I'd change it up a little bit. Use the randomize all button for about 3 minutes until I found someone.
So I thought what we would do today is I have this image from Mafia, actually. They've created this. At the moment it is 1348
Okay.
UTC, which means in Solace, because we're in Europe, according to this, it should be somewhere between 9 and 10 a.m.
All right.
Let's go up.
Let's do it.
We thought what we would do today is go and find a login resource, and let's go in Timber Creek.
Don't hit him once, but you can hit him twice.
You just ran right past the beautiful buck.
Go double tap acquire.
How much that cost?
That bronze statue, that was expensive, man.
Few bucks.
Few bucks.
So while this is loading, I have another image. Actually, this one's from the Knights Guild. It's great to see the community getting together. So we're going to Timber Creek, and according to this, I think this green here is a logging resource. I mean, you can't see it, so it's in between Timber Creek and Small Stone.
So we're gonna go find the logging resource. I like it.
Yeah. So when I get out of here, I'm gonna find this area on the map.
Perfect.
So okay, so let's head up.
Yep, on the way. Another day of adventure in Solace.
Okay, so let's have a quick check. Boom. Timber Creek. Right, so according to the map, I think we are heading here. Yeah, let's head to there.
Okay.
Which is in which direction?
Did you not mark it on the map? You can mark it. It's on the compass.
It's on the compass now.
Okay.
So 900 kilometers. 900 meters away. So we are in Solace 2. I've not spent much time, to be fair, in Solace 2. Yeah, look at the time, 9:24. So the Mafia Guilds was very accurate. And now we'll go and see if the Knights Guild is accurate with them. So you can't see where I'm heading. This is definitely different looks. It's got a slightly different vibe to it than Solace 1 that we were in last week. What's this?
We've also got an overcast day, so interesting. You see the mountain peaks over there to the right.
Oh yeah, with the fog.
Yeah, really cool that we are
heading that way, so that's cool.
We have our own weather IP that the team has developed.
Oh, loads of land plots around here. Quickly bring the map up. Yeah. So we're heading through a pretty major town.
What town is this?
Timber Creek.
Oh, right. Silly. Okay, we're already almost there.
So in the future, when we come here, we'll see all kinds of land plots in different states. Some in the early days, some half built, some quite well built up. It'll be really good to see the world evolve.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the buildings being in, the animals, a lot of the fun stuff that's going to happen as we bring this giant ecosystem to life.
I like this. There's like a road or a pathway.
Mm-hmm.
And if you put your scanner on, it goes right to where you can build an entrance. You don't need to build your entrance at this exact spot, but I mean, aesthetically, I think I would. It would be really cool. What is this spot anyway? This is small. Yeah, I like this. I like this one. Can you see yourself jetpacking around here?
Absolutely. I can't wait to have those to play with. Not too far off either. I believe.
So only 400 meters away. If this is true, and I got my bearings right with that map, we'll be there in about 30 seconds. Get through all this foliage. Just over this hill. Let's see. Ah, another hill. Where are you?
I'm right behind you.
Right, I reckon as we get above here, we should be able to see this logging area. Onto this map. Ah, yeah, look, there it is.
Yep, over to the left.
Wow.
Oh, no, to the right.
To the right, to the left. Where did I put my marker?
Actually, I haven't been to this one yet, I don't think.
No. So there we go, yeah. So that looks a pretty accurate map. I mean, I just placed mine anyway. But yeah, so both the Knights Guild and the Mafia Guild, I think they've both got maps. Really interesting to see how those two groups have took our data. And,
Yeah, it's one of my favorite things about this about Web3 and involving it in gaming. It's how the community participates and creates their own fun tools, and it's exciting. So are you coming into the logging area?
Yeah, spot on exactly where they said.
Timber. This is pretty sweet.
And time wise, yeah, hang on, what time is it? 9:37. 9:37, and we're here. 13:55, yeah. Both of them spot on. Yeah, so okay, so let's have a look. So we got a nice fence around here, very inviting.
I lost you, but I'm just running around the logging area.
Oh, so I think this is the back entrance. Right, so it's got a nice little axe. So the idea is that we've created separate areas for logging, rather than allowing anyone to go in and just recklessly chop down trees anywhere. For trees, you'll be able to come into these dedicated logging areas. It actually looks like somebody's been pretty busy in here. There's not many trees left.
It appears that way. This logging area is about to get moved.
Yeah.
But this is all about resource gathering in Cornucopias. And some of you know, there's logging areas, there's mines, there's fishing areas. There's going to be all sorts of ways to gather resources and participate in the in-game economy.
I wonder if there's going to be any secret carvings on some of these. Who knows? Rob was here.
There you are.
So I think what will happen is, because I've been to other logging areas and there were actually quite a lot of trees in. I've never seen one that's been chopped down like this much. These will respawn over time. So currently there's only 3 within Solace 2 of these areas, but we will be adding more in the next few builds. So don't worry.
Yeah, I'm curious what the community focuses on. Like, do people try to get proximity to logging areas or resource, or do they try to get the most aesthetically pleasing properties?
Yeah, I mean, I think it comes with, if you've got a jetpack and you can dart around anywhere, then it's kind of where you want. Oh, look at that view. What the? Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And then again, I just have to stop and look around. And I'm only playing in 1080p. I don't have 4K.
Yeah, you know what I've been getting accustomed to is I'm playing on the laptop because I'm in Maine.
Oh yeah.
So it's I can't wait to get back to my home setup because graphics card quality difference is significant. But basically, I am playing on a gaming laptop, but it's about 3 years old, and the performance is great. I had to bump the quality down to, what was it? Do you recall what I put the quality settings on, Rob?
It was on medium. I think you're on medium.
I think you're right. I think it's medium, but I mean,
you will be able to play high.
It didn't change the look too much, but I do know that when I get back to my home computer, it's gonna pop.
I'm on, like I say, 1080p. I think I'm on a high settings as well, but I'm recording in the background as well, and it just I don't want too much going on. So I think the idea of here, because we can see some planks that have come out of here. So I think you chop down the log. I mean, we're going to have to be the strongest man in the world to lift it. So there has to be something else involved. Maybe we chop them into pieces. I don't know, or maybe I've just speculated.
No, it goes into the logging machine, but how we get it in, I'm not sure. That's
maybe an NPC or something else is coming in the future.
Probably like that.
I'm gonna get. I mean, we should really ask David. I'm gonna suspect that we put it on those rollers there. So that looks like the way out. Well, maybe you put it on. Yeah, put it on that side, and then it looks like they spit out on this side. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how
Yeah.
all that works.
Yeah, you're right. It looks like it spits out on this side because we've got some nice boards here for constructing a home or a fence or whatever it may be. Got to be able to build up your properties. Okay, well, that was fun. Good job leading the way towards the fun stuff that we got to view in Solace 2. A lot more of that to come. We want to get more gameplay images out there, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. Next up is the community images. Do you want to bring up some of the guilds? And I think that this segment is really like to honor what you guys, our community, are doing, and because you inspire us as well. So I kind of think it's this mutually beneficial thing where we're building something that inspires you guys, and then you create, and then you inspire us, and it's really cool. So yeah, go ahead and bring those.
Definitely. And we showed some of these images, obviously, in that footage that we just showed. So this one was created by the Core Mafia Guild, and this is really good because I know a lot of community members are saying every time I go in it's dark, and when is it light, and when is this, and then it's a really creative way of these guys to create this kind of spinny wheel, and it works on both maps as well, whether you're in Europe or North America. So I thought it was really cool.
It's got the different servers on here, right? So it's got the UK server and the American server. So you can look at the times where there's two, where they both intersect and both of them are dark. Well, that's going to be dark on both servers for a period of time.
Yeah,
is that correct?
Zeke shared this with me. I think it is quite important, though. In the bottom left-hand corner, it does say it's for a particular build, because we are... The day-night cycle is something that we are looking at changing. So I can see a lot of hard work's gone into this, but we may change this to maybe 4 hours or 6 hours. But we'll let you know. But at the moment, it works really, really well.
I imagine that's an easy edit for this image after they have the information. It's probably not too hard.
Yeah, they've thought about that. You can see that with the build numbers at the bottom. So that's really cool. Then what we have next, also by the Mafia Guild, is they've been working on different maps. This one is for Solace 2. Mm-hmm. So it points out all the different land plots and the different sizes, and it also shows the watering holes and the logging areas and the mines. And I think it's an interactive map. In the future, I'm not sure. I'd have to talk to them, but I do believe over, tens of maybe up to 100 hours has gone into producing all these three maps, which is just amazing.
Yeah, I mean it's really cool. I'm liking all the detail, like they've selected each of the land plots, and I assume those are color coded based upon the size. Is that correct?
Yeah, the top right-hand corner, there's a key.
Yeah, let's see here. Okay, small, medium, large, epic. Yeah, that's awesome. So they know where all the property sizes are. Very cool.
And all the towns in there. So that's really cool. Then, not to be outdone, the Knights Guild, they've also created their own version as well. On theirs, they've highlighted the different districts. That's really cool. With I think Eddie Z built these, actually. I know he spent over 100 hours on these. So tons and tons of work. The value added that guilds and community members in general can add is amazing, and definitely should be recognized.
Do you know? Agreed, man. These are really cool. Do you know what the green dots are and the blue dots? It looks like the red dots are the pathway from district to district or something like that.
Yeah, the red dots is the red line, so that's where the monorail comes off. So this is where you start,
Oh, okay.
The blue circles are the fishing areas. The green is like what we just did in the video. That those are the logging areas, and then I think the yellows are the mines. But the only caveat with this is we are going to add extra resources to some of these. So now, first of all, we like we've said previously, you know, we got Solace out because we kind of had the rare Revo deadline. So we
Yeah.
didn't do all the work that we wanted to do. It was probably released maybe a month earlier. So we're now looking at balancing. We're looking at maybe some of the land plots that were overlapping each other. Those will be slightly moved apart.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these resources, additional ones will be added. It won't be much of a change for these. The land plots are kind of 99.9% fixed, apart from we'll move some away from each other where they're kind of overlapping. Inside some of the land plots, you'll also see some have kind of the environment that have spilled in. Maybe rocks have spilled in, or maybe there's a lake in one of them, which is really cool. I remember Jupiter finding that. All those will be gone. We'll be flattening them all out for the next build. And then what we were doing, we're also working on our own map system, but we will make publicly available, and here's number 3. We'll make publicly available the data for where those land plots are, so they can be embedded into these community maps. But I think it's you know, it's great to have the guilds and the community members add these, because you don't have to be part of the guilds to enjoy or use these maps. You just need to be in Discord and just, you know, grab
And
hold
this
of them.
is just one little element. Well, I wouldn't say little, but this is one element of our game that's the community has stepped up and started participating in a really fun way. We have, I guess what I mean by little is that in the grand scheme of thing, there's going to be so much more that's released that inspires a similar type of thing. So, for example, just the lore, bringing out the lore, which is about to start happening soon. That's going to get people more involved. It's going to give the game a soul and some energy around what is happening and why am I in this space and what am I doing? You know, but it's exciting to see everybody participating.
It's really cool, especially for kind of like the land grab. I mean, going forward within our game, we probably won't be showing where the different resources are in the game, because those are for players to go and find and explore and potentially unlock themselves in game. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with having maps with all these secrets in them, because I mean that's what comics and magazines were like back in the 80s and 90s. You go out and get the walkthroughs and the playthroughs. So this is good stuff.
It is.
Then what I wanted to show is we obviously had this concept art ourselves a few weeks ago, talking about the Quantum Bear. And again, some of the community, Empire in this case, she actually created some, I'm pretty sure this is using AI, kind of like some really cool. So I just thought we would highlight these as well, because these are a lot of fun.
Robot dog, robot eagle.
An eagle, yeah. And who knows, but he looks pretty scary.
Yeah, that looks pretty quantum.
Yeah. And
very
you never
cool,
know
creative stuff.
We look at what the community does, and you know, sometimes we make mental notes on them.
Yeah, it's good
and then
stuff.
One final image that I know that she did was this cool dude.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing this the other day, and David mentioned that the AI did a good job of making the design language of the outfit match the jetpack, which is true. If you look at it, the design language is pretty cohesive.
The background is Solace, so that's definitely our image, but the character clothes is not part of our
That's
game.
not ours. Yeah, no. And the jetpack though is ours.
That's an early preview.
Kind of is a good segue to our next topic, which is some of what's going on in preparation for the sale and just reminding everyone about the sale that's coming up. So we do have an NFT sale coming up, probably 3 weeks-ish, somewhere around there. We might put it off to 4 weeks. I'm not certain yet. There's a lot in the pipeline around that. And one of the things that I really wanted to mention was, it's the purple track, but we have a special guest that's coming up. So maybe I should wait a couple minutes on the purple track. Hey, well, look who's here. We got Scruffy.
Hello, gentlemen. Did I hear you guys talking about the purple track? Is that what I was hearing?
Did, and thank you for joining. It was just in time because we want to talk to you about the purple track, actually.
Well,
So
I think we can do that.
Relatively complete, I believe, and you've been testing it with the QA team, and I'm hearing amazing things.
I got to tell you, for the first pass, I was extremely impressed. That thing is pretty rock solid. Maybe a couple of just minor tweaks, but overall, a super, super fun track. I don't know how much detail you guys want me to get into.
Go for it.
But
Whatever you got, let us know what you're drinking and we'll move on quick.
absolutely. I am actually getting some extra electrolytes today with Gator Light. Can you guys see that? I don't know if you can tell, but yeah.
I thought you were going to be drinking water out of a partially emptied mayonnaise jar or something strange.
Well,
We gave him no notice.
I was going to say, I actually finished that earlier this morning. So it's funny.
Okay,
I don't know if the camera was on before me getting on here. But yeah, after the mayonnaise infused water, I had to get the electrolytes back up. So
Gotcha, yeah.
fairly
totally
normal for me today. But
Understandable.
yeah, the purple track is, I think you guys said it the other day in the little AMA after the Copi Cafe last week. Mm-hmm. It's right in between the red and the yellow as far as difficulty, I would say. I'd put it right between those two. A lot more subtle turns, to be honest. And there's one feature that I don't want to go too far in depth, but let's just say it's very unique, and you will have maybe some sort of inverted perspective. We'll just leave it at that.
Nice. And what lap times are you getting?
What am I getting? I'm not sure that's a good,
Just to give us some
but
perspective.
about a minute 51, somewhere around there. So it's a little longer than the yellow. And the other really cool thing that I think is you actually get to go up into the clouds. And so it's a very unique perspective to be driving through the clouds. And the lighting is incredible. There's some purple lighting to go along with the purple track. And,
Nice.
you may or may not go through some caves. And it's just a really, really pleasant experience. And it's another track that you're going to kind of have to think your way around the track. You're not going to be able to just hold down the thrusters for the entire track. You're going to have to maybe do some strafing, maybe do some braking. It's a thinking man's track.
Are we at the point yet where certain vehicles do better on different tracks?
I have only tested the T1 so far. I have seen the F9R tested. So again, we're currently in progress. I'll have to get back to you on that one. I would assume that the people that are really good with the faster ones are still just going to be, the faster ones are going to be faster.
Right.
But for some people, I think the faster ones could end up being too fast, and they might have better success, maybe dropping down. If you're racing, say, an S-class vehicle, maybe you drop down to an A-class, and you might actually improve your times.
Very,
Pro
very
tip.
cool.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's awesome. That gets me excited. Well, obviously, fun stuff tied to the sale. It's related. That we are going to release this shortly after the sale. I believe that's the way timing is currently working out, which is awesome because we get to use new vehicles on a new track and have a new experience within the Toledo Valley Raceway. So very, very exciting.
And an update to an old favorite as well.
Oh,
They are doing some tweaking to the yellow track. I don't know if you guys remember, but certain vehicles, you would kind of bottom out a little bit going on that big, huge loop. So a little birdie, I haven't had a chance to test it yet, but literally as soon as I get done with this, I'm hopping in. A little
nice.
birdie told me there may have been some tweaks done to that yellow track. I think a lot of people are going to be pleasantly surprised with that.
Indeed.
Very cool.
A big birdie. Yeah, I raised the task for you. So I know that we've completely ripped out the whole loop and David's recreated it. So that'll be interesting to see what that looks like.
I'm guessing that means the loop is a little bit larger. Maybe the track got longer.
That would be my guess as well.
I mean, yeah. That's
David
the only
was
way
talking
it
about the
reduce
physics.
the G-force from the curve that was causing the vehicle to bottom out.
That's going to actually change the fastest lap times potentially.
Absolutely. I would expect those lap times to change. I was going to say, I don't know if it'll be better or worse.
Yeah.
You may not have to slow down as much in there, but obviously if they're adding extra pieces of track, it makes it just a little bit longer. So it'll be very interesting to keep an eye on the leaderboards over the coming weeks.
Yeah. Very, very cool. That's exciting, man. So you got some good stuff to explore in QA right now.
Oh,
Ron,
yeah.
Looked like you were about to say something.
Yeah, I was just going to ask how is the QA team doing? Have you got a hold of Esperanza yet? I think Josh, you had an update on that, didn't you?
We have not had a chance to hop into Esperanza yet. I know it's under development. It's currently not connected to our testing workflow,
right?
But we are anxiously awaiting it. Some of the other things we've got, obviously we're putting some of this new store stuff through its paces on the website. A few other things on the back end of the website as far as rewards and things like that. I've been running a couple of test nodes on my machine.
Yes.
So they're looking at we're working with Greg to try and dial in some of that stuff and maybe start testing out some of the initial functionality. Also, we're doing another pass on the land plots. So we're going through making sure that those land plots are relatively clear, relatively level within the accepted thresholds so that later when you come build on them, you're not just on a giant, 45 degree grade or something like that.
Yeah,
That's
that's a good point. I didn't think we had an update on the nodes because I just thought it was like business as usual. But you've just reminded me that yes, we do have another version of the node that we're testing internally, and then we had actually some news on that. If you remember, Josh, on what that's going to save us a month.
Oh, yeah, I believe it was around 95%.
Yes, it's
From that particular category of cost structure on the server bill.
Yeah,
on the game download side of that.
Currently, we pay about £3,000 a month, $3,000 a month.
No, not per month. £3,000 per build release.
Per release, depending on how many people download it and internal testing and stuff like that. And we now think that using our nodes, we'll get that down to about $90.
Yeah, I'm going to need a raise. No, that's outstanding. 95% is incredible.
Yeah, it's very cool. So there's some good stuff happening with the nodes. And Rob, you mentioned it, the Esperanza update. So I was just chatting with David a little bit, and apparently massive progress is what he said on Esperanza assets and getting going with Esperanza. So the team is working in a variety of different areas, and good progress is happening in all of them. So that's very exciting. Okay. Well, I think that's about all we have for you, Scruffy. Thank you for coming up on
Absolutely.
the spur of the moment with hey, can you jump on Copi Cafe real quick?
I know. I love it. Yeah. Hey, you want to come on Copi Cafe
seconds.
today? Sure. When? Now?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Let's go. Let's roll.
Hey.
Scruffy's always ready, baby.
Well, thanks, man. And we will see you on the next one, which who knows when that'll be, but we'll get you up again for sure.
I'll be here.
All right,
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so next up is the questions and the leak.
Ooh.
So I have a few questions for you, Rob.
Okay.
If you're ready. Are you
Indeed.
ready?
I'm
Okay.
always ready.
This is from Valen of the Knights. Will Cornucopias be awesome? And if so, how awesome will it be?
We're definitely heading for it to be awesome. I think a level of awesome at the moment is probably awesome, but I think we're going even more awesomer if that is a thing. What do you think? How would you rate our awesomeness? I'd like to hear from the community. Let's put it down in the comments. Let's get the
Yeah, please
algorithm
do.
working.
Please do.
You let us know
Agreed.
what version of
How does
awesome.
the community answer this question? My answer would be this. We need a lot of gameplay, which we're working on. We need to complete some core loops, and then I think it's going to be superb, like awesome times 7.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
I see
know,
what you did
but
there.
I think, are we awesome? Do we have a very unique IP and concept and lore and the look and feel of the game? All of these things, awesome. Yes, I love it. But we do have a lot more coming in a short amount of time that really starts to complete things in certain areas. And by completing things, we're going to be building this for the next 10 years. But I mean completing some of the core game loops and things like that.
I get you. Yeah. So at the moment, the artwork we are in awe of, but we need some more gameplay. So
Yes.
that level of awesome. I'm with you.
That's my take.
I like it.
Yeah. Okay. Next question from Casca. When we are within the game, are instances shared between servers? For example, if mine from an EU server, will that resource be depleted in a server?
Yeah. So there's a shared database behind everything. So I think the question is, if something is mined in Solace 1 in Europe, will it also be mined in Solace 1 in North America? Well, some things will be replicated across. So if you change something on your land plot, that is definitely going to be replicated across via the database. Whether that'll be instant or not, or whether you have to log out and log back in, that is to be seen. But those are permanent builds. But in terms of some of the elements that will respawn, so when you do kind of like tree chopping or rock chopping, those probably will respawn within 1 minute or 5 minutes or half an hour or whatever we set the arguments, the algorithm at. So no is the answer to that. If you chop something down, there's probably a high chance that will not be reflected in the other server. However, like we say, long term, permanent things will be replicated across. So there's a mixture.
Yep. Alrighty. Next up is Manny Girl 3 from the Mafia. Mining areas. Will each mine have a specific mineral, or will all the mines be mining the same mineral? Will Solace 1, for example, have different mineral than Solace 2 or 3?
It's a good question, and the answer probably is yes. I think there'll be variation within the different solaces, so and the mines as well. So there'll be core elements that probably a lot of the mines have. Some of them will probably have areas where you get to where there might be some bonus materials. Maybe they're quite rare. Maybe they don't spawn that often. But there's definitely also going to be differences between the different zones. So there'll probably be more ore that's abundant in Solace that you can't find in Esperanza, and vice versa. So yeah, the answer is yes. There will be consistent ore, but at the same time there will be different ore.
Yep. All right. Well, that wraps up our questions, so I am ready for the leak.
Ooh, we got a good one. This is back to the days of mystery. So
Man, I wish we could show some of the other stuff that David just showed me
yeah.
here in this episode, but we need to stage it out. So this one, wow, okay.
What is this?
Yeah, what is it?
David's given me some choices to talk about. He says, is it an enemy, a vehicle, a weapon, a cute purse charm?
What? A cute first charm?
Yeah.
All right.
I won't repeat what he said after.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think it is. Take a vote. Just put it in the comments, whatever. Let us know.
A super phantom. If I was to guess, I don't really know. I mean, it reminds me of... no, I'm going to keep my thoughts to myself. I don't want to influence people.
Okay, fair enough. Well, that's our leak. That's our episode 104. Good to have Scruffy on and give us a purple track update. And yeah, lots of fun stuff coming very soon. We'll see you guys.
Bye-bye.
Don't care what you say. I don't care what you say.